So you're about to watch an interview with a dear friend of mine, Alan. He has fought a lot of demons that I know a lot of people are going to be able to relate to, including myself. I suffered from depression years ago when I was a single mom, and I've had little bouts here and there. And he also talks about anxiety. I have a few friends who suffer from anxiety. He talks about addiction. I know lots of people who suffer from addiction as well. So I just wanted to include this little bit, this little note before you watch the video. Watch it with an open mind and an open heart, and keep in mind there are people in your life who do suffer from addiction and anxiety and depression. And if you take anything from this video, just at the very least, take the knowledge that they need to know that you care and that you're there for them, and that you may not understand exactly what they're going through or what they're suffering from, but don't minimize it and don't make them feel ridiculous for how they feel, and just be there for them and just let them know you care. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you for sharing. You never know who in your life will need to hear this and know that they're not alone. Okay, thanks. Enjoy. Thanks for meeting with me, Alan. An old friend, old family friend.
Yes.
So I was part of your podcast, a couple months ago now? Was that before Christmas?
It was, yeah.
It's been a while.
And that's still my most downloaded episode.
Really?
I will have you know.
Oh, I feel honored.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every month it gets a
few
more downloads. We shall. We're
Okay.
going to have to.
Sweet. So I thank you for being part of my project now. So you fought a lot of demons in your life, eh?
I have. Well, it started out, I've had depression and anxiety problems from a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, well, quite obviously, if you look back on my life, running from depression and anxiety led me into drug abuse and alcohol abuse.
Just common.
To a drastic degree.
Mm-hmm. Depression, yeah, I know a bit about that. It's one of the worst. Again, I'm going to use the word demons. I think that anybody can battle it. Sneaks up on you.
It does.
Just when you think you've got it under control, it can come right back up.
Yeah, well, I actually didn't try all that hard until pretty recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just about a year ago that I realized how bad my drinking had become. I mean, I'd stopped doing hard drugs about how old's my daughter? About 9 years ago.
Yeah.
9-10 years ago. But I just switched to drinking, really, because before I didn't actually drink a whole lot. But
yeah.
So, really, and just trying to run. But I mean, I actually got really deep in the drug world for quite a few years of my life, and things that I saw and participated in those years left me with post-traumatic stress disorder as well.
Which is another battle in itself.
Indeed.
Oh,
indeed.
My. So, what was your wake-up call with the drinking?
Oh man. Actually, we are at the scene of my my wake up call. My wife has been doing her master's through distance and has to go away for weeks at a time to do intensives at her school.
Okay.
And I would use those times to get shit-faced for like 3 weeks at a time, which neither here nor there. But I had a buddy over one night, and I threw our patio table off of the deck.
Oh, wow.
Which probably would have been fine if it hadn't had a glass top. So, yeah. I went and borrowed my neighbor's shop vac, and I was trying to get all the glass out of my lawn. over there, and my mother-in-law showed up
Oh.
and helped me pick the glass out of my lawn. And that really made me give my head a shake that day.
Yeah.
I mean, waking up in the morning and seeing the disaster I'd created
Yeah.
in front of all of my neighbors because I don't have a fence.
Yeah. Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
And I know you've been struggling with your recovery.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's an ongoing battle for sure.
Which I can't relate to. I've enjoyed drinking. I don't drink anymore, just by choice.
Yeah.
But I didn't ever suffer from being addicted to it. I don't know where you put your sunglasses.
That's all right.
But so I sympathize with you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have I don't know, do you have any advice for people who are going through the same thing? And who are, like, because I know you've relapsed a couple times.
Oh yes, more than a couple.
And I think, in my opinion, I think you beat yourself up more than anybody in your life.
Well, everyone does that, though,
yeah,
I think.
100%.
Right? I mean, you're always your harshest critic. Here, I'm just going to grab my sunglasses because the sun is directly in my eyes. But I mean, you're always your harshest critic. I mean, with the pages that I have for my podcast, I kind of lay it all out there.
Yeah.
Which to me is sort of a form of therapy. I mean, I'm not recommending that everyone put all of their struggles out on Facebook and Instagram like I do, because I mean, it's daunting to say the least, but it's something I kind of had to do because I hadn't talked about any of the way that I felt for 20 years.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know what started me doing it, but at one point I stopped, and first I was getting messages from people I didn't know asking me if I was okay, and then I was getting messages from people I didn't know asking me to start doing it again.
Drinking again, or
to start doing the Facebook and Instagram posts.
Oh, okay, I see.
Because I was helping them.
Oh.
So I was like,
through helping them, it's helping you.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
It's interesting how that works, eh?
Yeah.
It's beautiful how that works.
Well, it's something that they talk about in 12-step programs as well, is that helping other people, that you won't recover without finding a way to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yes, there's 12-step programs. I don't currently belong to one. I go to therapy weekly. I'm on several medications that help immensely, and basically, I mean, you can't run. You can't run, or you end up having no sort of life.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. If you keep everything inside and put on a happy face and pretend everything's okay, and everything's not okay, and it's going to just keep eating and eating and eating, and then eventually some people just blow up, or that's when they hit rock bottom. They go on a big binge or whatever the vice is, right? Whether it's alcohol or drugs or self-harm or whatever. However they I'm a big advocate for therapy. I've been seeing a therapist since I was 16, a different therapist.
Yeah.
But since I was 16, and I only twice have I met a therapist where I never went back to them. I thought,
oh really?
Yeah. They basically just.
I've got pretty good luck. I've got pretty good luck with counselors as well.
Well, I have, except for those two.
Yeah.
And so I just didn't go back. They made me feel more guilty for the things I was feeling, and I thought, well, that's really not what you should be doing.
That's not helpful.
No. So, no, I fully believe in therapy. I think it can help, and just having a support system. Like, I have yet to meet your wife, but I feel like I know her though through social media.
She said the same thing about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. But she has your back 100%.
100%. Yeah.
So, and that's important.
It's rare, and I can't even express what
a lot of
woman
people
means to me.
Not just women, a lot of people wouldn't stand by
No, so many people would have left so long ago, Joy.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
So I think it's beautiful. It really
No
is.
idea.
So
Yeah.
she definitely deserves some credit.
Yeah. Oh
Which I
yeah.
know you give her big time.
I
So-
sure do.
And does your daughter know about
About
your
my struggles, yeah, I'm very open with my daughter about
Yeah.
it. I'm, you know, because she's nine now, she's got a pretty good concept of what's going on. She definitely knows that, you know, I stopped drinking booze.
Yeah.
Um,
And she knows why, and
yeah, because
Yeah.
I had a problem with it, and I
Yeah.
told her some people can drink and Dad just can't.
yeah,
Definitely not right now. I said I have to learn how to talk about my feelings, and so now I'm trying to teach her to talk about her feelings,
Yeah.
which is actually daunting. I don't know if it's genetic, but I can't get my 9-year-old daughter to talk about her feelings, and I keep telling her, you know, you got to learn to do it now, not when you're 40 like your dad.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's well, yeah. Raising kids is a whole nother. It's scary. It's
Oh
hard.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
well, addiction's even sort of a genetic thing in my family.
yeah.
On my dad's side, I used to joke about it, but it really is true that on my dad's side of the family, you're either sober or a complete drunk.
If you could go back in time and change, if you could like change one choice that you made at any point in your life,
Man, I've spent many sleepless nights thinking about this question.
oh
Many, and in the end, you can't.
yeah, well, because yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
you can't go back in
like
time.
not even. I'm not even saying like it's not possible, but if I was to go back and change one thing,
it could change everything.
it would change everything.
Yeah. See, and I asked that question because I've had more people in my life ask me if I could go back in time, would I light that lighter that caused my accident? And I've always said, no, I wouldn't. I would still light it. I don't want to go through all that pain again, like
No,
all of that
course
crap.
not.
But I'm actually scared of who I would be if I wasn't burned. And who knows? Who knows? I could be. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But I really love who I am, and I love all the good that came out of my accident. So yeah, if some reason I found myself in that cabin again, I would light it again.
Wow.
If we were back in time, I was not saying, "No, I'm gonna go blow a propane cabin up today." You know, like just let's do that again. But yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. So that's why I
Wow.
ask it, because sometimes, well, I find that most cases our biggest struggles end up being our greatest rewards in the end. So,
Indeed.
yeah. So you're still struggling, but I think like
Oh,
when
yeah.
you brought up your daughter, I thought this is gonna be it's gonna be something for her in her life, like seeing you struggle
Yeah.
with your demons, the alcoholism and the depression. I just have a feeling it's gonna bring something into her life, something positive, something good.
It's hard to explain to a 9-year-old what depression is. You know,
Mm-hmm.
well, sometimes I feel sad, but there's no reason.
Yeah. It's hard
like-
for a lot of grown-ups to understand depression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
A lot of grown well, just think happy thoughts.
Well, you know, and I had
It's not
a
easy.
lady who is, I think, in her 60s, message me on my Facebook the other day and said that because of following me, that she understands her daughter a little better,
Oh wow.
and that she comes from a generation that was just, well, get over it,
Mm-hmm.
but that she understands a lot better now, and like stuff like that is just
That's amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I mean, you
just-
get bad ones from time to time, but
Oh yeah. There's always a couple of those.
yeah,
What can you do? So yeah,
you
no,
can
that's
delete
cool.
them really quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can. Anything else you want to share with the world?
With the world.
Anybody who, well, you know darn straight, there's so many people going through what you're going through: the depression, the anxiety, the
Yeah.
alcoholism.
You know, I had to come home from work early today because I had 2 anxiety attacks, and then
Not about this.
oh no,
Okay,
no,
good. I
No.
would feel bad.
oh, no, because I had 2 anxiety attacks, and then I started getting paranoid.
Oh,
But the difference between now and a year ago is I knew I was being paranoid.
Like now you know you're being paranoid.
Yeah, before I'd just sink right into it.
Yeah.
Right? And so I think one thing I'd like to get across to people is that, I mean, whichever way you think about it, I know a lot of people are really hard on pharmaceuticals. Like doctors just want to throw pills at you, but I wouldn't be sitting here right now if not for pharmaceuticals. You know, a year and a half ago, I was virtually unemployable. I was suicidal, and I was on the verge of throwing it all away.
Yeah.
And because of, I work my ass off.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, I get up every morning at 4 o'clock, and I run for 40. I meditate for 20 minutes, and I run for 40 minutes in between cups of coffee and cigarettes, mind you. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm doing it.
Yeah. That's what counts. Yeah.
I'm constantly on top. You've got to constantly be on top of yourself,
Yeah.
and constantly analyzing all the things your lying brain is telling you, which is gets really exhausting. But I mean, if you have a bad day and give up and got to curl up on the couch for a couple hours, then just do it.
Yeah.
And
don't be so hard on yourself.
No, absolutely don't be hard on yourself. I mean the reason that I put them out there on my social medias is because I want people to realize that they aren't alone. Because for the longest time, I mean, and people keep saying that over and over and over again with mental health awareness.
Yeah.
But it needs to be said over and over and over and over again
100%.
because you do think that even you're fully aware that other people have depression and anxiety, but it's not like yours, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. No two people are exactly the same. That's the wonderful thing about
being a
it's
person.
a wonderful thing about being a person, but it's also the shitty thing when they're trying to get your medication just right. Because for that first time, you're going to be a guinea pig.
Yeah.
But that's how they figure out what works.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's crappy, but you've got to get through that. You'll get some nasty side effects, and you'll have to change it up.
Yeah.
Some people take the first one, and it's like, the skies open up. But I know they're not for everyone. So for some people, just doing the run and the meditation every day could totally get them through.
Yeah.
I am not that way. I have damaged my psyche and my body so much that I don't know if I'll have to take the pills for the rest of my life, but I'm pretty resigned to the fact that I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the brain is such a, I'm no scientist or
no,
but it's such a unique organ for each person. I was diagnosed clinically depressed when I was just after I became a single mom, and I went on meds. I don't remember what they were called, but an antidepressant, and they worked. Like they did 100%. I was happy, you know. And then I took myself off of them after a while because I didn't want to be dependent on them. And I know I've been depressed on and off through the years, and I've done my own self-medicating, you know, smoking and drinking and stuff, and I've stopped all that. But and the taking care of myself does work for me right now, but doesn't mean it always will, right?
Yeah.
Depression comes back.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cyclical.
Yeah.
But
it's scary.
But you know, since I've quit drinking, it doesn't last for 3 months anymore. It's more like 5 days.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 days. But I mean, we won't even get into how weird my depression cycle is now. But it's gonna stabilize eventually, I think.
You just gotta figure out what works for you, right?
Yeah.
And you know, drinking doesn't work for you, so.
No.
Yeah, I don't think it would work for anybody.
Well, it's a depressant.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you're happy while you're drinking, and then you wake up the next day, and it's.
Well, yeah, and
it's like a never-ending cycle.
Well, and how do you make the hangover go away? You just drink again.
Yeah, pop beer. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Right on. Well, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited to do a podcast again, and then I'll have you on here again.
Sure.
Just go back and forth.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we can just bounce back and forth.